Hello, welcome back to my video. Just maybe Sofia first WTF moment, season 2, episode 10, Sofia and Elvenmoor. Roll the intro. I was a girl in the village doing alright. I became princess overnight. Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with my new family. In a school that's just for royalty. A whole enchanted world is waiting for me. It's gonna be my time to show 'em all that I'm Sofia the First. So anyways, this episode starts off with Sofia and King Roland on, I don't remember the name of the woods, but they were in a forest, and King Roland says, not Roland, Sofia says, Dad, I hear these woods are enchanted. Is that true? He says, roll, you'll have plenty of time to look around, because, he says that he's going to be overlooking the new road, and whenever he's done with that, they're going to be, had a picnic, and Clover says, why wait till then? He's eating blueberries, and then, Claire's going. He says, "Oh, Sofia, hold on." He said, "This to Garfetter." He says, "If you get lost, point me right back to mine, which I'll keep right here." He puts it in his coat pocket, and then so he's calling Claire to see if he can find some fairies or sprites. I hope these are nice forest sprites, not like Maramunda. Remember her? Towns will crumble, trees will rise, right before your very eyes. There's sure good Thor sprites out there, just not like that. And then there's a tree that's got like pink flowers on it, and it's called the silver tree, but it's like a regular tree with pink flowers. You all see those trees around there, like pink or white flowers? Those are beautiful. My mom's always wanted a tree like that. Isn't that right, Amita?
Yeah.
See? I would too. So then, there's like, those of you who've seen Tangled, if you've seen that passage way back, before the tower, like that little cave that Flynn hides in when he's running from Maximus. It's kind of like that. The entrance, like little vines hanging, but it's like probably have an entrance to a doghouse. And Sofia and Claire fall through, and I was like, oh no! So they get thrown out of a door. It says, "Where are we going, Sofia? Why is the sky pink?" Okay, he sounds too scared. I was like, oh wow, the sky's pink. That's cool, but why is it pink? If it's pink, purple, yellow, or blue, I love it. If it's red, it's cool too. Not a favorite color, but it's cool. Now, if you can see a black sky and thunderclouds and tornadoes, I'd be chasing it. No, I'm kidding. I'd be doing like Beyonce's song, there's a tornado in my city. Hit the basement, that shit ain't pretty. So yeah, hit the basement because that is not pretty. I'm too old to be chasing storm. My storm chasing days are over. Depends how far it is. I mean, if it's 10 miles, maybe I'll stay 10 miles behind chasing it. Okay, if I had like a truck and twister and shot some fireworks off it, maybe I'd do that. Not like the last one that, I can't remember the girl that acts in that movie. Did you remember the girl that acts in that movie? Twisters? Okay, we don't remember her name, y'all, but they shoot that last one. I would not. That she shot rockets into. I would not do that. The first one where he says, "Hey, can you shoot fireworks into a tornado?" Answers, "Yes, you are." A smell like that I might drive into. That's Twisters, not Twister. I know a lot of people can confuse. And some people think Twisters. My uncle thought Twisters was a sequel to Twister, and it's not. So yeah. But anyways, like I said, the sky's pink, and this is, I don't think we're in chance anymore. And this guy, Alfonso, goes, of course not, you're in Elvenmoor, the land of the elves. And said, you went through the Elvenmoor door. And said, oh. And said, well, we gotta go. Oh, you can't go yet, you haven't had any fun. I said, oh, that's okay. No, it's not. No, okay, all because Elvenmoor is the land of fun. If you like to frolic, love to laugh, and crave excitement, Elvenmoor is the place for you. You too have just stumbled through a very special door. So now I'll show you how we live in Elvenmoor. Every day is action packed like a higher wire act. Every day will be destructive. It's a simple fact that here in Elvenmoor we like to play all day, and no matter where you turn, there's fun in your way. This is welcome to Elvenmoor. You may think that we're done, but here in Elvenmoor the good times never end. Here in Elvenmoor the fun has just begun. So He's talking about all the fun stuff there. And this guy, Alfred. Alfred. Is every elf got their name Elf in front of it or afterwards? Because Ariel, queen of the river fairies, and Alpha, the queen of the, I think her name's Alpha, I might be wrong, is the queen of the earth fairies. I mean, earth elves. And then we got Alfalfa, Alphabeti. Are all the elves got elf in front of the back of their names? We're going to get into where it should be, front or back, kind of, in the last episode before Forever Royal, the elf situation. This road, now the elf situation has gone way before this road, but the elf situation actually affects the road, but we're not going to get that later. I'm like, wait, wasn't that mentioned back in the Baker King, the elf situation? Yes, and it's named again, but not for a while. So moving on. They said, so what's man? How's the new road coming along? They said, well, Sire, this tree's in the middle of it. Can we go around it? He goes, no. It says the ground's too uneven. It would take us back months, maybe even years. Yikes. They said, we could cut the tree down. You'll have to cut it down. He goes, no. So this guy, I don't know why this guy doesn't just say it. He hops in there and says, a human here? He goes, Alfonso. He goes, hey, Alfred, we're about to take around the Silver Spray Stream. And he tells Sofia the door moves, but it gives you a warning chime, a few minutes before it moves. And it just got there, so you have time for a ride. Then they go there and go, so, phew. There goes the door, just, Gene, phew. Chime 3 minutes? No, it chimes when it's moving. So then she goes, what do you want to talk about? Said they're about to cut down the tree. And the tree doesn't move, the door does, but not the tree. And he says, they're going to cut down the tree, and so we'll be able to leave Elvenmoor, you'll be able to get home. Well, I'll go home right now. Where's the door? It moved down the path, Alfonso. Well, it's a few ways down, so we better go. He says, Sofia, you must knock you off the green path. It's hard to do with all the merriment here in Elvenmoor. So he says, I'll go away. There's a lot of fun stuff in the green path. Alfonso, remember, she has to get to the door. Exactly. Then, bum. Said, oh, it's right, Pete Garden. This is the old ones here, their new stuff. Clover, we have to go. And then they go on bubble rides. And then Clover finds a forever carrot table. Take it. And took his carrot, my carrot. And he grabs Clover and goes, take it. And then says, let me go, too heavy, and drops him. And Sofia catches him. So they're trying to find the door, and it's in the forest of illusions. Because they keep missing it because everybody else wants to go bubble riding or have some fun. So they say, the door! It keeps going through the forest of illusions and Clover's home. The ride shore, going back, was a lot shorter than the ride going in. And said, it didn't work, Clover. We're still in Elvenmoor. And then he moves his hand to the door. So I'll tell you why. And said, this isn't the real door. We're in the forest of illusions. It shows you once you see most of the world, only now it's real. So she remembers, she's like, oh, my dad's gonna, I think I got lost in the woods. But she remembers the together feather. And there's this thing that's turning around and around and around and around. And says, I can't even tell you where I'm going. And said, hop across, just follow the feather. I mean, Alfonso, Sofia said, how do you get across? Oh, you don't. You get dizzy until you fall off. Kind of fun, actually. But not if you're trying to get to your side. Okay. I don't know why. People say, oh, I'm going to go around and get sick and throw up. I'm going to get dizzy. That's fun. I don't think it is. What I like on Scrambler is the force going through you. G-force, adrenaline, all that stuff. But throwing up is... No, I really don't like throwing up. I don't know who does. Getting dizzy, it makes you feel terrible and sick. Me and my ex rode a ride called the Hurricane, guys. So we survived a hurricane. She and I got off the ride, we're like, Mom, what do you two want? A lemonade? Jordy, a lemonade? We were so sick. Like I said, I love going on these rides. But if they're too strong or too dizzy, I don't like to go on that. My mom does not like to go on any ride. Almost. But me and my dad, we love rides. Especially ones that make you a little dizzy. But Alfonso says you fall off. That's makes you feel really dizzy. So then, they get across, and they go, oh, and they fall down. But these are across, so they get back up after they pull themselves together after their brains got spun out of their heads. That's probably more graphic than it is, but you know what I mean. So then they finally get back, and through all this, Whatnot is there with they put down Saw and says, "Get our gloves on," and he jumps on it, phew, flings the Saw off into the woods, and he says, "These gloves don't go on." And he rips them, look like finger gloves. He goes, "Those are my gloves, genius." He goes, "Sorry, boss. Where's the saw? I put it right here." He goes, like, how does this guy lose? And this is a huge saw. Like, two people, like in Pocahontas, when they're, "Hey, no, and I'll be on top." How do you lose a saw like that? That's hard. Actually, my cousin actually has stolen a saw. We were on a trail, wasn't completed. My cousin says, "Hey, look, there's a saw on this trail." I can imagine someone come back to him one day, "Where's the saw? I left it right here. Call me, I know where the saw is." I think my cousin might, I haven't seen him in a long time. He probably still has that saw. And a bunch of her tools. Not found the pad. Just saying he probably has a bunch of her tools in his shed or something, or maybe keeps them in his room. I have no clue where he keeps his tools. I keep my tools in my pocket, like my phone. But yeah, anyways, they try to get axes, and they're talking about discussing and sitting out the tree, and Watt takes them off the screws. They go, "So which way we want the tree to fall? Down?" "Of course we want to fall down." What an idiot. "Do you want to go this way or this way?" This guy's their box rock says, "Okay, that way, alright? Let's go." Let's go with the blades and whatnot here with the bolts, like, So, finally Roland says, "John, what's the hold up? We had some equipment trouble." Really hard to have equipment trouble back in the 1500s. So, but these ox will pull down the tree, and Whatnot's holding on to. Honestly, being this the 1500s, I think they would have the ox pull down the tree because, see, a tree's got the roots underneath, and that would be pulling them up. Dude, I think it'd be easier to just pull the dang tree out than cut it. Because when you cut it, I don't think they had a stump grinder back then. What you could do, I don't know, they would use screwdriver or drills, or I don't know if they had gasoline back then, or they just rub sticks together and start a fire. I don't know how to start a fire back then. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, they did that. I mean, they could pour gas and just lay on fire. But like I was saying, I don't know how they would have done it. I don't think they have screws to even go deep into the. I think pulling out would be a better option. And a lot of trees underground, so once the ox pull it up, they can remove the tree easier. I've done that before. A tree broke off and I just pushed it. It wasn't a huge tree. I've seen some trees fall down in Amarillo, and I mean, some of those you push off. Some of them are like a $1,000 job, and some of these big ones are like a $3,000 job. I feel sorry for whoever has to pay that $3,000 job to pick those trees up. I have never had to pay $3,000 for a tree removal job. That's a big job for trees. Remember, just leave the tree down and go around the road. Would rolling go back months, even years? I don't know. Let's see. So, anyways, Whatnot, hold on, the chain says, "Oh, hold on, I think he's trying to tell me something. Your mother had an acorn." No, it's like, "You got an acorn down that hole?" And he finally has like a little tiara thing on, and he's walking and says, "Honestly, I got no true." He said, "You're entering a beauty pageant?" We just carry our arm in, and finally Sofia finds the door and jumps out and goes, "Whoa, stop! Sofia, we're in that tree." And said, "Dad, this tree it's magical. It gives you the way to Elvenmoor, and if you cut it down, the elves will never be able to leave Elvenmoor again. So please, well then, by all means, we have to keep the tree standing. Men, work around the tree, however long it takes. So it says, I get back. All things that took care of Feder. Said, so, he says, you came to my picnic, you can tell me all about Elvenmoor. I said, why should I tell you about it? We can just go there and see for yourself, Dad. And said, we can have our picnic there. He says, okay, in Elvenmoor. I goes, whoa! And go there, carrots, here I come. And even Whatnot goes with them. And that's it for my Sofia for WTF Moments, Season 3, Episode 10, Sofia and Elvenmoor. This is your here, show. Name the channel. Don't forget to use code ASMA if you want to support Shouts and Comments, content comments. But until next time, then, I'm Jordan Morris, and we don't talk about Bruno. No. We don't talk about Bruno. Bye now. See you next video. Challenge for this time is, what is the old elf, not Alfonso, what is the other elf's name? It's Alfred. Remember that? Write in the comments, and you win $100. No, I'm kidding. No cash prizes yet, y'all. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I might even go on tour. So, I'm almost to 500. Please help me get there if you want to see me on tour. Anyways, that's it for my video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.